On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples.
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Storage.
The act or process of putting in and keeping something in a particular place for use in the future, an electronic memory device that can store information.
Examples.
A storage battery. Storage at low temperature. We store customer data in cloud storage.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency, to obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples.
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Prehistoric.
Belonging to or existing in times before recorded history, no longer fashionable.
Examples.
Prehistoric settlements. Prehistoric times. Scientists often fail to date archaeological or prehistorical findings.
Genotype.
The genetic constitution of an individual organism, the inherited collection of genes that determine an organism's traits and characteristics.
Examples.
Genotype frequency. Heterozygous genotype. The baby's genotype is determined by the combination of genes inherited from its parents.
Harsh.
Severe and unkind, extremely tough and unpleasant to inhabit.
Examples.
Harsh climate. Use of harsh chemicals. The Prime Minister faced harsh criticism.
Chronic.
Being long-lasting and recurrent or characterized by long suffering, habitual.
Examples.
Risk of chronic disease. Chronic alcohol consumption. Chronic hyperglycemia is a trigger for a variety of serious diseases.
Malnutrition.
The condition of having an improper or inadequate diet, typically resulting in weakness, illness, and developmental problems, the state of being undernourished or lacking essential nutrients.
Examples.
Severe malnutrition. Childhood malnutrition. The doctor advised the patient to eat a balanced diet to avoid malnutrition.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples.
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Genetics.
The branch of biology that studies genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms.
Examples:
The science of genetics. Genetics discrimination. He is a specialist in the genetics of aging.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
A problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Overweight.
Weighing more than is considered normal, desirable, or healthy for a particular height and build.
Examples:
Dangerously overweight. An overweight patient. The doctor advised him to lose weight and maintain a healthy diet to avoid becoming overweight.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
Half quantity. Residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Sustained.
Lasting for a long time or continuing for a long time without becoming weaker or less intense.
Examples:
Sustained economic growth. Sustained release medication. The company experienced sustained growth over the past decade.
Abundance.
A significant amount of something, The situation in which there is too much of something.
Examples:
An age of abundance. An abundance of examples. A healthy farm provides an abundance of food.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
Boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high-technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Leisure.
The freedom provided by the absence of pressures or responsibilities.
Examples:
Leisure activity. A person of leisure. I like to spend my leisure time playing sports or reading on weekends.
Waist.
The part of the human body between the ribs and hips or the corresponding part in other animals.
Examples:
Waist measurement. A slim waist. She cinched her dress at the waist to accentuate her hourglass figure.
Excessive.
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
An excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Obese.
Excessively overweight, particularly to the point of being a serious health risk, having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or more.
Examples:
Obese individuals. Obese children. The doctor warned him that his obese condition put him at risk for numerous health problems.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Declare.
To say, state, or announce something clearly, officially, or publicly.
Examples:
Declare independence. Declare my love. Foreign goods from abroad must be declared to customs when entering a country.
Distinction.
A difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
Important distinction. Draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Calculation.
The act or process of using numbers to judge an amount of something.
Examples:
make a calculation. Calculation of loss and gain. The error in the calculation was attributable to rounding.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Gram.
A metric unit of weight equal to 1,000th of a kilogram.
Examples:
centimeter gram second system. Gram amount. How much is it per 100 grams?
Obesity.
The condition of being significantly overweight, typically defined as having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or greater.
Examples:
obesity-related diseases. Suffer from obesity. The prevalence of obesity has increased significantly in recent years.
Excess.
An amount or quantity beyond what is acceptable, expected, or reasonable.
Examples:
lose excess weight. An excess of exports. The road of access leads to the palace of wisdom.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
the percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Circumference.
The distance around the outside of a circular or curved object or area.
Examples:
angle of circumference. Chest circumference. The circumference of the Earth is approximately 24,901 miles.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something. For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Naturally.
As might be expected, by natural manners.
Examples.
Naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Imbalance.
A situation in which 2 or more things are not equal or equally treated.
Examples.
Trade imbalance. Symptoms of hormonal imbalance. An imbalance in certain substances causes problems with brain function.
Calorie.
Unit of heat defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius at atmospheric pressure, used by nutritionists to measure how much energy food will produce.
Examples.
Calorie calculation. Reduce my calorie intake. It would be best if you burned off calories through vigorous exercise.
Combination.
A collection of things that have been combined, an assemblage of separate parts or qualities.
Examples.
Genic combinations. Combination number. The combination to the safe was a secret.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples.
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples.
Adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples.
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Pervasive.
Spreading or existing throughout every part of a thing or place.
Examples.
Pervasive language. The pervasive odor of garlic. Suspicion and worry were pervasive in our minds.
Scarce.
Not abundant or plentiful, and therefore not easy to find or obtain.
Examples.
Scarce resources. Capital scarce country. Fresh water is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world.
Affordable.
Not expensive and able to pay.
Examples.
Affordable housing. Affordable solution. The automaker has been providing affordable car financing options since last year.
Disadvantage.
A drawback or a negative aspect of something. Verb, to put someone or something in an unfavorable position.
Examples.
The disadvantage of a plan. Disadvantage small businesses. A lack of education can be a significant disadvantage in today's job market.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples.
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples.
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Makeup.
Colored substances used on someone's face to improve or change their appearance.
Examples.
Makeup artist. Take the makeup off her face. Her beauty resulted from a good night's sleep rather than makeup.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart. Mark is different.
Examples.
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples.
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Causal.
Relating to or indicating a cause or the relationship between causes and effects, resulting from a cause.
Examples.
Causal chain. Causal effect. The study aimed to establish a causal relationship between smoking and lung cancer.
Hereditary.
Passed down from one generation to another through inheritance.
Examples.
A hereditary disease. Hereditary property. A hereditary condition is a medical condition caused by a genetic mutation passed down from one's parents.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples.
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration. The activity that renews your health and spirits by enjoyment and relaxation, the act or process of making something that existed in the past exists or seems to exist again in a different time or place.
Examples:
Outdoor recreation. Recreation of the homeland. Basketball is their usual recreation after school.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
Variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Digestive.
Relating to or capable of causing or promoting digestion of food.
Examples:
Digestive juices. A digestive enzyme. A nutritious diet improves the digestive functions.
Escalate.
To increase in intensity, size, or severity, to make something greater, worse, or more serious.
Examples:
Escalate into a major international incident. To escalate. The situation quickly escalated and turned violent.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
A worldwide epidemic. Health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Substantially.
To a great extent or degree.
Examples:
The price went up substantially. The house was substantially built. The proportion of female engineers has substantially increased.
Probabilistic.
Characterized by the influence of chance or probability, involving the use of statistical models or methods to estimate likelihoods or risks.
Examples:
Probabilistic model. Probabilistic approach. In a probabilistic system, the outcome is uncertain and can vary based on chance.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
juvenile diabetes, diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Stroke.
A medical condition in which poor blood flow to the brain causes cell death, the act of swinging or striking at a ball with a club, racket, etc.
Examples:
suffer stroke, a stroke of the putter. This year's extreme heat has resulted in many heat stroke cases.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Virtually.
Almost completely.
Examples:
virtually all countries. Virtually identical. Virtually all the parties signed the contract.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Socioeconomic.
Relating to the social and economic factors that shape an individual, group, or community, particularly in terms of income, occupation, education, and social class.
Examples:
socioeconomic status. Socioeconomic issues. The socioeconomic conditions of a country can significantly affect its political stability.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Steep.
Having a sharp inclination or slope.
Examples:
A steep staircase. Steep discount. The steep cliff made it difficult to climb.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Metabolism.
The set of chemical reactions in cells or organisms that are necessary for life sustaining.
Examples:
Metabolism enzyme. Hemoglobin metabolism. Better sleep leads to increased metabolism.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Pathway.
A track that constitutes or serves as a path, an approach or a way of doing something.
Examples:
Pathway to understanding. Cellular signaling pathways. When the first molecule in the pathway receives a signal, it activates other molecules.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Intake.
The act or process of taking food, air, etc., into your body through the mouth, the amount of food, air, or another substance that you take into your body.
Examples:
A small intake of breath. An intake pipe. He has been advised to reduce his daily fat intake.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples.
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Invasive.
Spreading very quickly, and often aggressively, and difficult to stop.
Examples.
Invasive breast cancer. Invasive species. The invasive disease can spread quickly and potentially cause a global pandemic.
Bariatric.
Relating to the branch of medicine that deals with the causes, prevention, and treatment of obesity, pertaining to weight loss surgery or interventions for the management of obesity.
Examples.
Bariatric treatment. Bariatric diet. The doctor recommended bariatric surgery for the patient struggling with obesity.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples.
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Insulin.
A hormone produced in the pancreas that controls the amount of sugar in the blood, or a similar artificial substance used for the treatment of diabetes.
Examples.
Daily insulin dose. Development of insulin resistance. He had an insulin shock after drinking large quantities of fruit juices.
Resistance.
The act of defending oneself from an aggressor or refusing to accept something.
Examples.
Resistance movement. Resistance to insulin. The bill to increase the consumption tax had passed despite much resistance from the public.
Inflammation.
A physical condition in which a part of the body becomes red, painful, hot, and often swollen, especially as a reaction to infection or injury.
Examples.
Reduce inflammation and pain. Inflammation of the lungs. The medicine soothes the pain of chronic inflammation.
Advantage.
A condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position, a beneficial feature or asset that someone or something has.
Examples.
Score an advantage. Take advantage of his weak points. One of the main advantages of the new product is its increased efficiency.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples.
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Consciously.
With awareness, in a deliberate manner.
Examples:
Consciously aware of a problem. Act consciously. He consciously criticizes her in the publicity.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.